Kia ora, year 10 and 11. This video is some practice at writing and solving equations from word problems. So this is a skill that most students, when they're starting to do some work for the MCAT, find really tricky. This is the first video of quite a few that I'm going to make on this topic. So if it gets views, then I will make more of them. If it doesn't, I might not. Anyway, this first question is about Tama and Jono. They've got a bag of 24 apples. Jono keeps most of them, but he gives some to Tama. Tama wants some more and whinges. So Jono gives him another 5 apples. And then Jono has 1 apple fewer than 1.5 times the number of apples that Tama now has. Now you may well be saying, well, who cares? And what a strange way to put it. But I'm going to show you how to write and solve an equation to figure this out. So 3 things when you're working on these problems. Practice will definitely make them get easier, but always start by just choosing something to be x. And then at the end, check your answer with the numbers. So in this case, what I'm going to start out by saying is let x, and I'm going to choose x to be the number of apples that Jono first gives to Tama. I don't have to do it that way, but that's what I'm looking for in the end, and that seems to be a kind of obvious place to start. So we'll start like that. Let x be the number of apples that J gives T at first. And it really is worth writing out that sentence, right? Okay, so let's look at what happens. At the start, Tama has got x apples, and so Jono must have 24 minus x apples, right? So that's after the first giveaway from Jono. Now, Tama wants more, and Jono gives him another 5. So now Tama's going to have x plus 5, and Jono's going to have 24 minus x minus 5, which is 19 minus x, right? Just collecting up my constants. Then we're told that Jono has got 1 apple fewer than 1.5 times the number of apples that Tama now has. So that means that we can write our equation, and we've got this 1.5 times x plus 5. So that's what Tama's got. And what Jono's got is not the same as that. Jono's got 1 apple fewer than that, so we have to take 1 away here. Okay, so 1.5 times what Tama's got is what Jono's got, but then we have to take 1 away from it. Now I'm just looking at that, and I think I've got that wrong. Yeah, I have got that wrong. So what makes this question really quite tricky, and I'm going to leave this video in here where you see that I'm figuring out that I've got this wrong, right? Jono has got 1 apple fewer than 1.5 times. So what that means I need to do is let's delete this take away 1, right? And what we're saying now is that the 19 take away x is this side take away 1 here, right? Because this is what Jono's got, and it's 1 less than 1.5 times what Tama's got. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to solve this, and we're going to see if it all works out. And when you've got questions like this where you've got more and fewer, and it is quite confusing to start off with, it's always good to check the numbers at the end. Right, so we're going to have 1.5x plus 7.5 take away 1 is equal to 19 minus x, right? I'm just expanding those brackets. So here we've got 1.5x plus 6.5 is equal to 19 minus x. Now I'm going to collect up my x's on both sides. So we'll add x to both sides. And that gives me, going really slowly, 1.5x plus 6.5 plus x is equal to 19. Collecting up my like terms, I get 2.5x plus 6.5 is equal to 19. 2.5x is equal to 19, take away 6 is 13, take away another half is 12.5. So now we have this, x is equal to 12.5 over 2.5. Now if you just do some checking quickly, most of you will see that that's equal to 5. If you don't like thinking about that, you can times both parts of the fraction by 10, and you'll get 125 over 25. So how many 25s are in 125? We get x is equal to 5. Okay, now let's go right back to the start and see if that all works out. What were we asked? Well, we were asked to figure out the initial number of apples that Jono gives Tama. So we're going to write very quickly, J gives T 5 apples initially. Let's see if it works. So at the start, Jono has got 24 apples, Tama's got none, and then Jono has 19 and Tama has 5. Now, after Jono gives Tama another 5, the numbers are 14 and 10. So now comes the big check. If we take Tama's number and we times it by 1.5, we get 15, right? And Jono has got 14, which is one number fewer than 15. So we've done that right. Okay, thanks for watching. Keep on sending me in questions that you're having trouble with, and I will change them around a wee bit and then make some videos.